Good morning, ninth grade scholars. I apologize that I am not at school today. Like I told you guys, I will be at a training or 2-day training, so I won't be back till Friday. But today we are talking about how to find the vertex, the maximum and minimum point of a parabola. So, to start off, let's define what a vertex is. A vertex is the highest or lowest point on a parabola. So highest or lowest point on a parabola. So let's look at example 1. Example 1, again, the vertex is the highest or lowest point on a parabola. So as you can see, the parabola in example 1 has a U shape that's facing upwards, and it looks like here we have a lowest point here at the tip of the parabola on example 1. So to write the vertex of the parabola, all you do is write the coordinate of this point at the tip of the parabola. So the coordinate at this point is 5, 3. So you'll write this as 5, 3 as the coordinate. So your vertex would be 5, 3. I encourage you to pause the video and try example 2. Alright, hopefully you gave that a try. So let's look at example 2 and see what you got. So example 2, we have a parabola that is opening downwards. And when you have a parabola that's opening downwards, your vertex would be at the top or the top tip of your parabola. So the vertex for example 2 would be 5, 15. So vertex would be 5, 15 at this point right here. So vertex would be 5, 15. If you have any questions, make sure you jot it down and ask me on Friday, and I will try to answer your questions on Fridays. Alright, so let's move on to the minimum point. The minimum point of a parabola is the y value of the vertex if a is greater than 0. So it's the y value of the vertex if a is greater than 0. And remember, we talked about a being greater than 0 a few days ago, that if a is bigger than 0, then your parabola will be opening upwards. So anytime your parabola is opening upwards, so anytime if it's opening upwards, you will always have a minimum value. Because when it opens upwards, the tip of the parabola, or the smallest point, will be on the bottom here of the parabola. So to find the minimum value, you want to find the vertex first, and then take the y value from the vertex, and that will be your the minimum point. So in this example, your vertex will be at the lowest point of your parabola, which is down here. And to write that coordinate, we have -3 down all the way down to -5. So our vertex for this point, or this parabola would be -3, -5. So -3, -5. remember that the first value of the coordinate is your x, the second value is your y. Again, to represent the minimum point on your parabola, you will represent it as the y value from the vertex. So your minimum point will be y is equal to -5. Again, I encourage you to pause the video, try example 2, and then compare it with my example in a few seconds here. Alright, hopefully you give that a shot. If you look at example 2, again the parabola is opening upwards. That means that our a value from our quadratic equation is greater than 0. So we will have a minimum point. And the minimum point here is on the bottom tip of your parabola. So the vertex for this parabola will be right here, which is -3. So we go over -3 and then up 2. So our vertex would be -3, 2. So write that at the vertex blank, -3, 2. Again, your first value will be x, and the second value, or your point, will be y. And the minimum value will be the y value from your vertex. So the minimum value will be y is equal to a +2. Alright, if you have any question, write it down and I'll answer it on Friday. Alright, so finishing with the minimum, let's go to the maximum value. So the last piece for the section today. So the maximum value of a parabola is the y value of the vertex if a is less than 0. So it's the y value of the vertex if a is less than 0. So remember that when a is less than 0, our parabola is opening downwards. So whenever a is less than 0, we always have a parabola opening downwards, which means we're always going to have a maximum point. Since it's opening downwards, we'll have a peak all the way in the top here. So the vertex for this parabola will be 3, 3. I'm going to write this in white. 3, 3. And then just a reminder, your first value is your x, your second value is your y. The maximum will be represented by the y value. So y is equal to 3. So at the point the y value equals 3, that would be your maximum point for this parabola. I encourage you to pause the video and try example 2 and then compare it with my example. Alright, so example 2. Again, our parabola is opening downwards. Since it's opening downwards, we will have a maximum point at the peak of the parabola. So for example 2, the vertex would be at the peak, which is right here at the parabola. And the vertex would be going over 2 in the x value, going down 1 in the y value. So our vertex would be 2, -1. So 2, -1. That would be our vertex. And our maximum value is the y value of the vertex. And our y value from the vertex is -1. So today we learned how to find the vertex of a parabola, the minimum value of a parabola, and the maximum value of a parabola. Again, if you have any question, feel free to write them down, and remember to ask me on Friday. The homework is on Schoology, so go ahead and log on to Schoology and do the one that I circled. Have a great day. Another video will be posted up tomorrow for class, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a great day. Bye.